is In the Shadows Podcast. Lots of cigar talk, but if it's going on in the world, we'll be talking about that too. And by the way, the fellas don't shy away from controversial topics. Trust me. So grab that stick, kick back with your favorite drink, and let's do the thing. This is the In the Shadows Podcast. Now your hosts, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin, along with Albert, Martine, and Eric.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode 4 of the Shadow Smokes Legion in the Shadow podcast. Today, Albert is off, so we have Martine and Maya, once famous, and Eric join us on the show. And I don't think they need any more introduction because, you guys already know who we are. Right? We already introduced ourselves many times, but yeah, I'm your host, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin, of course. That's all you need to know. But yeah, Martine, once famous, and Eric, not yet famous, I guess. So we'll move forward with our topic. He thinks today. He is. Our topic today is how do you deal with criticism about smoking cigars? Okay, so like aside from being in a cigar lounge, all right, wherever we go, if we smoke, you're gonna face some criticism. There's just someone that's not okay with you smoking. Okay, they have to go to you and say, "Hey, you stink. You smell bad. You shouldn't smoke cigar here. You're killing my kids. They're walking by. Yada yada yada." Right? So, all of us has faced that one time or another, with the exception of being in a cigar shop. Because in the cigar shop, we're the asshole. We're the one that goes around and says, "Hey, you can't smoke cigarette here. Get the hell out of here." Yeah, I don't want to see you smoking. Yeah. Because that's what the lounge is made out of, right? You go to a juice bar, start drinking like alcohol and beer. That wouldn't make sense, right? So, we kind of got confined into an area where we're allowed to smoke it, which is your backyard or your own personal space or lounge. Like a lot of people can't even smoke at home because if they smoke inside their house, their wife criticizes them. They're like, that thing stinks. Can you not smoke in the house? You gotta make the whole house smell like cigars and stuff like that, right? So that happens. So I want to know, like, what do you guys think, and how do you deal with that criticism, right? So we start.
Well, I was going to say, I just don't give a fuck.
But like, how do you deal with it, right? Or do you talk back to them? Do you explain the situation with them? Like, or do you just continue to smoke and see if they sucker punch you in the face?
So I've had people tell me and give me dirty looks at a park. So I am literally at a park with my kids, and I'm away from the kids and the general population of where everybody's sitting. Okay, picture this. So I'm over on a bench far away from the playground area. I'd say maybe about, 30 to 40 feet, about 40 feet away. And a parent came over to me and just kind of gave me a look. It's like, really? Smoking in a park? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm over here away from you, respecting that the kids are over there playing. I'm away from everybody. Leave me the fuck alone.
Okay, yeah. And that's one of those situations, right? And you know that one of the comeback to that is technically, like, they didn't restrict smoking. They didn't say I can't smoke here. So true. Just like I didn't say you can't play here. I should be able to do whatever I want here, right? Unless it's restricted. They'll put a sign that says no smoking or whatnot.
There are some cities here in Texas that restrict smoking in parks, but the one that I was at does not. So you know what? It's like, okay, I'm going to go out and have a cigar while the kids play and enjoy their day. I'm going to enjoy my day.
Right. Okay. Eric, what about you? Do you run into that situation before?
Tell the truth, I'm trying to think of a situation, but I don't think I have.
So nobody ever confronted you about your smell or,
Not really. They just complain that I'm a little loud, and that's it. But to be honest, I never met somebody that would come up to me and say, don't smoke cigars or don't smoke here, anything like that. And I smoke if I go out, right? I usually smoke everywhere. I bring a cigar and I smoke everywhere. The park, hotel, I don't really care. I pretty much, if it ever happened to me in a situation like that, I'd be like, yeah, like who are you? Like, you like I don't know who you are, right? So you can move on with your life, and we can move on with our life and be peaceful, or you want to take this to another level, right?
Okay, all right. So yeah, I rarely face that kind of situation because I try to be courteous. For example, if I'm on video and I see a kid, I hide my cigar away from the video. Or if I'm sitting somewhere smoking a cigar, if a kid walk by, I'll put the cigar behind my back or not take a puff so that the smoke is not bothering the kids. I'll tell the parents, like, I don't think it's really good for your kids to be breathing this in. So, I try to not put it out there for your kids to smell it. And usually the parents like, yeah, we smoke at home, doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. So I rarely run into that situation. But the majority of things I hear is usually the closest one to you, right? Your wife, your girlfriend, that kind of stuff. Yeah. They're like, okay, you smells, don't come onto the bed, that kind of stuff.
Oh, no, right? Like I do get it from my girl. And she say, there's a reason why I don't smoke inside the house. It's just because, like I already told you guys, she do a lot, right? She do a lot for me. So that's one thing she asks is, don't smoke cigar inside the house. And I respect that. I don't do it. And that's it.
Martin, what about you? Like in the past, do you run into that kind of situation? Because I know you don't smoke inside the house normally.
Normally, I would not smoke in the house. I would normally smoke outside. And I mean, the only people that really bothered me outside was the kids, but they're outside. They see me outside. They want to be outside too. So it's like they complain when they know I'm outside smoking a cigar and they're like, oh, it stinks. I'm like, well, you came out here. It's like, this is my time to enjoy myself. And I don't know. They just kind of get it. But as far as smoking inside the house, no, I did not smoke in the house when I was living with my ex. But now it's a little different. I smoke in the house now, but I don't smoke in the house when the kids are here. So I make sure that all the smoke is cleared before I have my kids over the next day. Usually 2 days before my kids come, I won't smoke. So I have at least a good, 48 hours for the smoke to clear out. But other than that, I mean, I just kind of smoke wherever.
Okay. Let's talk about on the point of view of being a YouTuber, right? We constantly get comments about how cigars gonna kill you. They do that kind of comment to you. Like what's your thought about that? Because when I see it, I try to educate them, right? And I write a freaking essay on their comment. Obviously I know they won't read it. They'll be like, oh, whatever, I don't care. But I try to educate them. Say, hey, this is not what you think. You might think a certain way, but 50 years, I'm still gonna be here writing, doing reviews, and you still gotta deal with it.
Trent, you can go first.
So yeah, I get a lot of those comments, and usually I just like, why don't you fuck off, right? You keep scrolling, boy. Like I tip, you don't like it, scroll. Thank you for the view and the comment, and if you have time, just click the like button, and I see you in 50 years. Usually that happens. And but the thing is, like, when I go hard and write them an essay and explain everything and do all that, and you know what they come back to me with? Oh, it's just a comment. Relax.
Right. Because they realize they're wrong. They're like, oh shit, I don't really know about this shit, but I comment about it. And then they go, whatever. Just chill. Yeah, it's just a joke.
Yeah, it's just a joke. Chill out.
Yep. So before, when I first had my YouTube channel, I would basically use it as an educational thing where I would just comment and let them know, hey, it's not really what you think. It's not cigar. Cigar smoke is not being inhaled into the lungs, blah, 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 blah. Now it's like, oh, dude, it's gotten to a point where I'm like, dude, I don't even want to fucking respond to your stupid ass comments. Like, fuck you.
Oh,
you can think whatever you want.
I do for fun, It's like, hey, let's fuck with this real quick.
But that's the thing, right? Like people always have this whole thing about smoking. The word smoking is already bad. I automatically, you have the word smoke is bad. And I go like, okay, if the word smoke is that bad, why are you eating smoked salmon? Why do you eat smoked briskets? They're all smoked. Who do you think is gonna be the one that's smoking it? Right? It's the same thing, right? You're burning wood. You're burning, you're burning some sort of
People
vegetation.
don't think of it that way,
right? You are creating that smoke in here. I mean, it's true. If you're breathing enough smoke, it's somewhat bad for you, right? But the same thing as if you stay in the barbecue grill all day long, you got to inhale all those smoke coming out from the barbecue grill, right? If you're smoking a salmon, you're smoking anything. You're burning wood, right? People die from burning forests, right? Because what? Smoke inhalation, right? So it's like, why is that one thing okay just because you do it, but the other thing is not because you don't do it? You know?
Because it's been frowned upon the media, like smoking, health, really and all that.
It's really the education part of it, right? Like, you know, you were taught ever since you're young, and all of a sudden you become a keyboard warrior. Now you're the crusader. You got to go out there and make sure nobody smoke, right?
You know, like 3,232 years later, and they're still being keyboard warrior.
Right? They will still be like, hey, you can't do this. It's bad. You should not be telling people that you can smoke, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, behind the scene, we know anyone who has ever got famous has celebrated one time with a cigar.
Oh, yeah.
With the cigar.
Yeah. They still do it.
Right? The military people who's defending defending America smoke a cigar when they are done.
Yep.
You know, cigars for warrior. Those cigars go somewhere. They didn't go nowhere, okay? Your military smoke cigars. Let's just be very clear about that, right? And for them to say, oh, that's gonna kill you. Well, a lot of things kills you. Everything kills you.
Going to war kill you, right? You know what I mean?
Well, everything that you can do in life, including eating, breathing, is in the process of killing you. Everything that you can do, everything is toxic in this world.
The thing is, like, people don't get.
Like, okay, if anybody want to argue with me that, you know, things you eat are healthy for you, it's not gonna kill you, try to remove your liver and see what happens.
Oh, your liver take care of a lot of things, man.
Yeah, your liver filters everything. So not one person can tell me, okay, if you eat healthy, you eat, you know, all vegan or whatever, and you remove your liver, you'll be fine. No, you'll die.
You dead.
Right? Liver is still filtering all the bad stuff for you. That just means that everything out there is technically could kill you. Water you drink has toxic, has chlorine, has other things that in there, right? That's why you drink filtered water, right? The food that you eat contains a small amount of toxins and waste that, you know, all the seasoning that you eat, all the pepper and spice that you eat, those things were meant to keep bugs away from the vegetation, okay? So you're eating things that are killing you, but yet you won't say anything about it, but yet you're talking about cigars, which probably do just as much damage as any other thing, if not less. For example, the number one disease in Korea is stomach cancer.
Really?
Yeah, because people eat kimchi.
Yeah,
people
eat
spicy food all the time.
Foods.
Yeah, they eat a lot of spicy food and that damages their stomach. But not one person in Korea says, hey, don't go out eat their kimchi. Don't go out eat their tteokbokki, you know, because, like, you know, that's their food. That's their main diet, right?
Is that the reason why Americans don't eat a lot of spicy food?
No.
I mean, no. I mean, okay,
that's
so
not true.
My father actually got what was it? Stomach ulcers from eating so much damn spicy food. Like every fucking meal he had spicy food. So, I mean, I guess from there it turns into what, cancerous cells and shit. Like, what's the science behind that shit?
Well, yeah. Well, once you have ulcers, the ulcer blow up, you get infection, and from infection, you get benign cells, and those cells become cancer or cancerous. So there's a stage to it, but, you know, what everything you eat is trying to kill you, right? That's why we have lungs to filter out the air. We have liver to filter out the food and liquids. You know, we have our immune system to fight infections. It's because everything out there will kill you, right? In fact, enough protein, eating too much beef will give you protein poisoning, right? Yep. And if you heard about these people back in the day, the hunter will eat a lot of rabbit, and they don't have enough mineral to digest those rabbit, they get protein poisoning. So everything out there has a potential to hurt you. Yet Nobody have bat an eye for those things. Like the water you drink has like, plastic. The fry pan you use, the fry pan, the non-stick fry pan has Teflon, which stays your life forever, including after you die. 100 years later, you'll still be in there. But yeah, totally fine. That won't bother you. Yes, enough of usage of anything will give you disease. But that really depends on your lifestyle, right? Right? Enough sugar will give you diabetes. Enough water can drown you, which we recently had somebody that just literally drink 2 liters of water and go ahead and die.
2 liters?
And then,
2 liters only?
2 liters of water, body could not digest it or doesn't have enough mineral or something like that. So when you drink water, right, your body cannot process that water if you don't have trace mineral like potassium, magnesium to help you process those water, to bring those water into your cells. Okay, so if you just simply drink But if you simply drink water, it doesn't matter how much. If your body cannot process it, you start drowning. You drown.
2 liters is little though.
There is marathon runner that only have bottles of water and drown. Because their body has depleted all the trace mineral that when they drink water, even a small bottle drown them.
I didn't know that.
So even water can kill you. No, so long as you can't process it, you start drowning. And that's the fact, right? So you can eat bread, you can eat carb, celiac disease, all kind of stuff. You got all kind of things that's out there that can kill you, but yet you care about this thing that actually is saving you from this world. Now, I might have exaggerated this, but with the current world, with all this bullshit going on, if you don't have, number one, a hobby, or number two, a relaxing thing to do, whether or not it's like reading or listen to music or whatnot, you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna have one of those 3:30 in the afternoon screaming regimen that you gotta go to the corner and scream and cry about your life at 3:30 in the afternoon and then go back to work because the world is that messed up.
Crazy people.
Right? The world is that messed up. Everybody's stressed. Everybody's crazy. Like those people who doesn't have that, guess what? They became a certain type of people that goes out there and start shit. All right, protest about shit because they need somewhere to vent that anger. Right? Because you're talking about, for example, let's talk about those art in Italy, in France. They were using, paint, oil paint. And then, have all these young people just goes out there and just decide to spray paint on them and destroy those artwork as a protest.
I remember that.
It's like,
damn.
But it's like, it kind of defeat the point if you got to go out there buy paint to destroy paint.
Yep.
Right? They're just looking for something to protest about. And it really doesn't mean anything at the end. It doesn't do anything at the end. They, those things are protected. They are covered with plastic and everything. They knew that they can kind of get away with it. They just need somewhere to get rid of that anger, right? So cigar is a man's way, other than being drunk as hell for the rest of the day, to relax, right? Because it's either cigar or whiskey or scream at your wife. Which one do you choose?
So true.
No comment.
We talk. My girl was like today before I went and have my cigars, and she was like, I asked her what day it was, because I never know what day it was. I never know what day it is because every day it's the same day. I do the same thing, and she's like, why do you do this every day? You put yourself every day. You do the same thing. You don't take a break and stuff like that. And I was like, after a long day of just, work all the time. And I thought, like, this is like my only thing that I do to keep myself sane from all this crap, all these people that I deal with during work. This is my wind down. This is my time just to sit for like an hour and a half, just to relax and get ready for the next day again, And she's like, yeah, but you're doing so much that you don't know what day it is. I was like, because I wake up, I got a schedule. I'm going to do it. After that, I'm going to relax with my own schedule afterward. So that's it. That's my way of relaxing, and that's what I told her.
But isn't that just what it is? Like the guys, I'm not saying woman doesn't do that. I'm saying majority of guys wake up in the morning, go to work, come home, rest, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, go to work, come home.
Yep.
Right? It's the same thing every single day for at least 5 days a week.
Yep.
Right?
True.
So you need something that breaks off that, I guess, vicious circle, right? That like I'm doing something different.
Yeah,
right?
to get away from, just get your mind straight again.
Yeah.
You know,
Right. And here's the thing though, like you have a choice. You can sit there and watch TV,
which
or you can sit there to create TV.
That's true.
yeah.
Right. So like we just happen to decide that we gotta sit there and create TV rather
Yes.
than sit there and watch TV. Does that mean we don't watch each other's TV? Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Mhm.
And that able to compare what you did versus what other people did, it's an entertainment. It's a fun thing to do. It's something different. I mean, yeah, you can scroll through shorts for like 2 hours and not remember
yeah.
anything you watched.
Oh yeah.
But how is that entertaining? It's actually more stressful because you have no idea what you watch. Some of the stuff is just like cannot be unwatched. In fact,
Yeah.
today I made a short that
The thing is
cannot
that
be unwatched.
the thing you want to watch, you can never find the next part.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh yeah, those people purposely did that.
yeah, I know, man, I know.
Right?
But yeah, so we just chose to create, right? Instead of
Yeah, we choose to
sit
create.
and watch. And
So-
we choose to create, but then I know it's niche, right? It's very niche for cigar content and stuff. But
And here's the thing though, I feel like a lot of cigar smokers like to create that content, like to do it as a diary.
yeah, it keeps track of
Mhm.
well, it keep track for people that smoke a lot of different cigar. It keep track of what they like and what they learn what cigar they would like and they would never touch as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So Martin, for you,
Mhm.
is it like a regimen for you? Is it like a hobby for you? Is it like something that, because you used to do a lot of those. And at one point, I'm pretty sure it became from a relaxation became a stress, right? So
Yes.
like
Yes.
how is it for you now?
All right. So before, when I first had my YouTube channel, it was a lot of I'm gonna smoke a cigar. I'm gonna review a cigar. I want to smoke a cigar, but I can't smoke it because I have to review it later. Oh, I gotta make this video today, or I have to make sure this video gets uploaded today. Oh, I don't have a thumbnail for it. It was just work and work and work and work. Now I'm working on like shorts and just spending most of my time on like the shorter videos so that I can have that extra free time. I'm not worrying about like having to post a freaking 10 to 15 minute video, edit that 10-minute video, and then stress about the next one that's going to have to come up. So, yeah, I still smoke cigars, review cigars, but it's on like a weekly basis now. I don't feel like I'm pressured to having to do it anymore. And I feel like now I just have a little extra time for myself and just to kind of clear my head. And like part of my winding down from a long work week is, to be honest, right now, it's just sleep. Like, honestly, if I'm off, I am sleeping. I'm sleeping in usually 10 to 12 hours. And then as soon as I wake up, it's just figuring out what I have left to do for the day and then go back to work the next day. So,
Well, your day is gone, freaking 12 hours. You don't have
I
a
mean,
day.
that's just how I wind down. It's just a matter of getting my rest in, maybe reviewing a cigar, smoking a cigar, getting it ready for the week, and then just worrying about like the smaller content, just little smaller videos. And I think it's been working out for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it takes that stress off of you, right? Because like I said, we tend to do it to a point where it might become stressful. It might become an expectation, right? So, a lot of times a hobby could cross that line. But then like, again, going back to the complaints, because we do so much of it, I can totally see, how a girlfriend or wife would be like, you don't spend time with me anymore, blah, blah, blah. But then when you ask them, okay, what do you want to do? They're like,
Yep.
I don't know. Just be here.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Just be here with me,
Okay,
watch TV.
Yeah, but I'm already stressed for all day. And I got to sit here and do what you want to do instead of do what I want to do. Come on, that doesn't make sense now, right? So, but a relationship does take both sides. So it takes time, takes effort. So I usually just my wife understands that I have to work a long hours. I have to do a lot of stuff. So I can't spend time with her. The only time I spend time with her during the weekdays, dinner time. Dinner time is the only time I spend with her. And then we'll talk about, how's your day going, and then next I'm down here smoking cigars, doing what I do, right? And then Saturday, I spend all day with her. I spend all day with her all the way through dinner, and then she could do whatever she want to do. I just follow. That's kind of like the schedule we have right now. Sunday, we kind of do some chores, but I'm still with her until probably the afternoon, sometime about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We usually have dinner early on Sundays, so I have the rest of the day to prep my night because my Sunday starts earlier than anybody else because it's my Monday, right? Because Asia starts out by noontime. Their noontime is our midnight, so my day starts earlier. But she understands, so it's a lot easier for me to go with that, but not for everybody else. But going back to complaining in terms of smell and stuff like that, my wife does not mind how I smoke my thing. Right? I can smoke anywhere. I can do whatever I want. There's only one thing that she does not allow. She doesn't want me to smoke and then go on the bed.
Okay.
Because it makes the bed reek. When she sleeps, she can smell it. So, because I'm not always on the bed. So even if I do that and I go down the bed, when I'm doing my thing at night, she's going to sleep. She's going to smell that all night.
Yep.
Well, she smells it on your clothes.
No, my clothes is fine. I never put my I don't put my clothes. When I smoke in my basement, I go upstairs. First thing I take off is my shirt. I make sure that I don't carry it with me because I'm going to sit right next to her. So, and then it became a habit that every time I smoke, if I leave the room that I'm smoking, I know I'm not going to smoke anymore. I go to shower and brush my teeth and all that stuff. Right? Make sure that I'm clean so I can chat. I can be right next to her and stuff like that. But when I'm doing it and the process of, she have no problem. For example, a lot of you see me hanging out with her on my deck. She's riding across with me. I'm smoking. She's totally fine with that.
Oh yeah, like if my girl's with me, I smoke cigars. Like as long as it's not inside the house, but anywhere else, she's fine with it. She's like, okay, cool. He's just doing his thing. But yeah, other than that, she don't complain. She just, like I say, she's on like inside the house.
I mean, I think it's just boundaries. So it's like, even with my ex, like I'd be smoking outside. She'd come outside, smoke with me. And then it was just not allowed to be smoking in the house, not allowed to smoke in the car when the kids are in the car or whatever. But I mean, I smoked in my own personal car, but not when the kids were in there, It's just different. Mm-hmm. It's just, you just got to make sure that everybody around you is happy. That's the main thing.
I'll smoke around the house, even in my bathroom. But what she will do is just ask me to close the door. Like if I'm in my studio upstairs and I'm smoking, she's like, can you close the door? Yep. The smoke's kind of leaking around the house. Or if I'm in the bathroom, obviously I have the door closed. And that she have no problem with that. But like if I'm in the living room, she will kind of hint it. She'll be like, hey, you want to hang out outside?
Yeah.
Right? Like the weather's pretty good. Let's hang out outside. If it's raining, she won't say that thing. But like I usually try to smoke in my basement. My entire basement smells like cigar, no matter what you do now. Yeah. So, she doesn't mind that. I mean, it will leak up sometimes, but she will just kind of remind me. It's like, hey, just so you know, the smoke is coming up. Oh, okay. That's pretty much it. She doesn't bother me. So she understands, right?
Yeah.
Now, on the opposite spectrum, let's talk about this. On the opposite spectrum is that when we're in the cigar lounge, we see people smoking cigarettes. How do you react to that?
Tell the truth.
If they're not near me, I don't think it bothers me because, to be honest with you, I saw somebody smoking a cigarette when I was... so it was basically the guy who was ringing up the customers. He was smoking a cigarette, and it was lit, but he was away from the lounge. So like the lounge was behind him. You had to go around the wall into that lounge area. But he was smoking a cigarette, so it didn't bother me. I wasn't in direct contact where I was trying to enjoy my cigar. So, I mean, it didn't really bother me.
Okay, what about you, Eric?
I never encountered that, but if I did, I'd be like, hey, bud, you mind smoking a cigar? I was like, because you are in a lounge. I'd be nice about it. Just be playful. Mm-hmm. Don't be like, hey, dickhead, throw that cigarette out. I'd be like, hey, sir, we're in a cigar lounge. You mind lighting up a cigar? I could buy you one if you want.
Right.
I tend to see a female smoke cigarettes in the cigar lounge. I rarely see a guy smoking a cigarette in the lounge. So, it's harder to because they don't like to smoke cigar, even if you tell them.
For female will be I'd be like, I don't know what to do.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, they're like, if a female is smoking cigarette, I'd be like, where's your husband? Where's your man?
There were a few times where I'll ask the lady to just sit somewhere else.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm trying to enjoy my stuff here. I really don't want to smell cigarette. It's a cigar lounge. I don't mind if you want to smoke. You have to smoke in here, but can you go to the other side so it doesn't bother me?
Okay.
And there were a few times where they will fight back. They were like, why don't you move to the other side?
And bitch, you're in my area. Get the fuck out.
And I go, did you see I have this whole get up with a bag and everything? You want me to move all that stuff when you don't have a shit? Just carry your cigarettes and go to the other side. Or I have to ask somebody to remove you because this is a cigar lounge, not a cigarette lounge.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
and
true.
when I was on a cruise, I seen a few of those. And then she's like, what does it bother you? I was like, because you tried to kill me. Yeah, she looked at me and was like, oh, my father died from smoking cigar. I don't complain about you smoking cigar. And I looked at her, I was like, I didn't ask you to come in. I didn't ask you to come in to smell my cigar.
If people are being rude with me, I will be rude back. I will be the rudest person in the room.
Yeah, I just tell them like I didn't ask you to come in to smell my cigar, but you came in. I didn't ask you to smell your cigarette, right? And then she just gave me shit, and I tell the service guy over, it's like, are we supposed to smoking cigarette in here? And then he kind of have to ask, okay, you can finish this one, but you have to leave afterward, kind of thing, because they can't do much about that.
They really can't. But it's a smoking area, right?
Yeah, but it's from after, right? It's like like I said, it's like going to a movie theater but watching porn.
I mean, if they show that in theater, everybody will have a boner.
It's like going to watch Toy Story and you're watching a totally different kind of quote-unquote Toy Story. Right? It's frowned upon, right? It's movie, but it's not what the movie's supposed to be here. So, yeah, I have those incidents, but when I go to like in New York, there's a place called Carnegie's, which is like a cigar bar with live music and everything. People will bring their female mate with them, and the female will usually smoke a cigarette. Now, because they walk around and I'm having a good time, I'm not going to confront them. It's middle of the night. It's like 2 o'clock. I don't want to start a fight.
It's late.
Right?
Yeah.
But, I will give them a face. And I'll try to blow the smoke right at them.
Oh, yeah. It's time to be rude. It's time to be rude. It's 2 a.m.
I'll blow the smoke right on them, and then and she'll be like, she'll wave it away, and then the next puff will come in.
Hey man, cigar could put out a lot of smoke, boy. You don't want to play that game.
Right. And then when she will look at me, I'll turn around and drink my bourbon, and then when she turns around again, here comes another puff of smoke.
Damn, you're smoking your cigar way too fast for that.
Yeah.
But to get her away. Eventually they will walk away because obviously my place will look like a freaking chimney. Everybody's smoking the same cigar. My cigar is halfway down because I keep puffing the smoke at her. But,
she's gonna be gone.
She'll be gone. Yeah, she'll be gone. It's really hard to get the cigarette smoker away because even if you get them away, they're almost done with the cigarette.
Yeah, it's quick. It's a quick hit.
Yeah, it's a very quick thing. They're almost done with their cigarette. There was no they're like, what's the big deal? By the time you finish arguing with them, they're done.
They're done, yeah.
Right?
They're pretty much, yeah.
So it's really hard. But then it prevents them from lighting up another one because cigarettes are really easy to chain smoke it. If you're talking to somebody, 2 or 3 cigarettes easy.
That would suck for you if you encounter me with a cigarette because I like everything and I ain't going nowhere. I'd be like, hey, Tony, you got extra cigar, boy?
I wouldn't mind to, like, if somebody's just like, hey, I will smoke a cigar. I don't have one here, so I had to smoke a cigarette. They'll be like, yo, toss that cigarette, have the cigar.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
I don't mind that. I mean, that's not going to ruin my enjoyment for a few bucks. All right, not too bad. And maybe he will like it, and maybe that will bring more business to the cigar lounge. Who knows? But, for most cases, the reason I bring that up is because everybody critique, right? We will critique people who smoke cigarettes, just like people who does not smoke will critique us smoking cigars.
Right.
But I feel like even though it's the same thing, it's not the same because we tell them to do it somewhere else. We don't tell them to stop doing it. And
I would never tell them to stop doing it.
But what we get is you need to stop doing it because you got to die.
Yeah, we get a lot of that. Like, oh, I'm gonna flex my lungs today, and 50 years later, I'm still flexing my lungs. It's like, shut up! How you flex your lung? Tell me, show me how you flex your lung.
Yeah, you can't even flex your lung. You can inflate your lung, but you cannot flex your lung.
Make no sense.
If you can flex your lung, you're dying. Right? So I a lot of time I think about that. In fact, here's a funny thing I think about. Today I was driving around. I was like, because yesterday, for those people who is listening to it later, we talked to Eric's sister, and we recorded a special episode.
Mm-hmm.
Eric's sister does vape, and now that I think about it, vape is not smoking.
It's really not.
Right? Vape is steaming, not smoking.
It's a vapor.
And it's completely different because one is incomplete, the other one is complete. Now let me explain that, okay? When you get something smoke, it's before it goes on fire, right? So if you don't believe me, try to heat up oil. Oil will smoke up first before it burns.
Oh yeah.
Right? So when we are smoking a cigar, we're actually smoking the particle that's not burned completely.
Mm-hmm.
The oil does not burn completely, so we get smoke. But on the other hand, for a liquid to turn to gas, it has to boil.
Yeah, it had to heat up very high. Very
so
high.
it had to boil, right? So that means she's inhaling boiled water is a lot harder while we're inhaling colder smoke. And not even going to your lung.
Where's Kimberly Weeder?
Right. But that's what it is, right?
Did you see the comparison with cigarettes and vape? They did a comparison thing.
Did they?
That test is not even accurate.
I know you see it, Tony. I know you saw it.
I've seen it. Okay, so here's the problem, okay? What they did is they take a bottle, put cotton in there, and they would throw air through it so you'll smoke an entire cigar very quickly so that you could get the smoke to tint and
it don't make sense.
Color the lung. The AKA lung, so the sponge or the cotton ball. The cotton ball's got to change color. Sure, I give you that. All right, but then compare it to, vaping, and they pump the air through it. Yeah, you're not gonna get color because vape has no color.
Right.
Right. You're not gonna color, but the whole thing is full of water and steam. Last time when I checked, when you have water in your lung, it's called pneumonia.
Yeah.
So literally, they tell you that auto cigar will give you colored lung, which will repair it over time. You'd rather have steam cooking your lung and have pneumonia.
Yeah.
So that comparison is flawed because, number one, you don't smoke a cigar that fast. Number two, you will never smoke a cigar into your lung. So they have compared to cigarette too. You don't smoke cigarette that fast. You do not smoke a 50 cigarette. They put like 50 or 100 cigarettes together.
Yeah, they put like a lot of cigarette on that bitch. Holy
you don't smoke that quick. You don't smoke that much, and your lung repairs itself over time to an extent. You're not gonna get that. So yes, over time you start decaying and everything. Yeah, just like teeth and everything, they start to color and they decay. Sure, but just because you have a healthy lung, if your heart stops beating, you still die.
That doesn't mean you don't stop decaying.
Right?
You start decaying when you're born.
Right? The moment that you are born, you're moving towards death.
Yep.
Right? That's one thing that's certain. And it's just, and really, is it really about how long you live? Now we're kind of getting off subject, but is it really life? Is it really about how long you live or how much you did with the short amount of time you have?
Yeah, about how much you did.
Yeah, what you leave behind, right?
Yeah, you can live for a long ass time, but are you really gonna enjoy your life when you're 90-year-old and sit there and do nothing?
Right.
I'll probably still smoking a cigar though.
Right.
No, you at 90-year-old, you're not worried about what you gotta do today. It's how many times you gotta wet your pants.
Shit, man. I wish I don't.
How many diapers you gotta change that day?
That stage sucks.
Is it really living if all you had to do is stay alive but on the bed?
What were you talking about? They were healthy the whole entire life.
Yeah, but you can be healthy. Yeah, but is it really living when you're 100-something-year-old and not doing anything? I mean, prop to that guy, 112 and still smoking his way through.
Right. Yeah,
smoking and drinking. Yeah. But he's not on the bed doing nothing. He wakes up in the morning, lit up his cigars and go.
Yep.
Right? That's living. But like, are you really gonna enjoy your life if you like? Oh, I'm super healthy. Back in the day, I'm a vegan. All I do is, oh, by the way, Cigar is vegan. Just so everyone know, I want to repeat that forever. Right? You wake up in the morning like, I'm gonna eat nothing but vegetable. I'm gonna have salad, and let me think about what I'm gonna have for lunch. Oh yeah, salad. Oh, let me think about. Oh yeah, dinner, salad. I live so healthy.
You know,
I
you
live
eat
so
just
healthy.
freaking vegetable alone is not enough ingredient and vitamin and protein in that to
It's not,
make you be
it's not,
healthy.
and they'll pop one a day.
It's like
Supplement.
Yeah, you take supplement when you get it from other food that you could actually eat, right? That's unhealthy, but it's actually not. But actually, it help you. Your whole entire system need other kind of food.
It's proven that you can eat fish pill, like a 200 milligram, 500 milligram fish pill per day, and that omega 3 that you're getting is still not gonna be as good as actually eating a fish.
It's not. It's
right?
compressed, right?
It's not only
compressed.
it's not just compressed. It's chemically driven, right? It's extracted.
Right.
It's not fresh, right? So you're eating like, you know, some of the vitamins made out of the deadliest chemical out there. If you look at how vitamin B is made, vitamin A is made, or vitamin D is made, vitamin D should not even exist. Right?
I don't even know what vitamin D is. All I know is from an orange, and I just peel an orange and I eat it.
Let's see.
The only thing that can give you vitamin D is sunlight.
Yeah.
Sunlight is the only thing that can give you vitamin D.
Wait, bro. The sunlight gives you cancer, boy. Be careful.
No. Sunlight, all right. That's a misconception. Sunlight does not give you cancer. Ultraviolet light does. UV light does.
Like these fuckers be like
going out to the sun can kill you too.
Yeah, they live in a freaking shadow, and you're like, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? Just go in the sun. Yeah. The sun is natural. It's been there for billions of years, and you're gonna be scared of it?
Skin cancer. That's what you're gonna get. Skin cancer.
You know what I mean?
Right? But that's what it is, right? So vitamin D should never existed because it only came from sunlight. So somebody decides to get, I'm gonna do all this chemical processes to get sunlight that you can eat, but you technically cannot absorb that because you absorb sunlight through your skin. So what you gonna do? Rub that vitamin pill on your skin? It doesn't work that way. But so we're eating all this vitamin like 5,000% and PA out. You know, it's like, hey, I'm gonna eat like a 5,000% daily recommended amount, and I'm just gonna pee like a freaking alien pee that looks like neon yellow that glows in the dark and shit. And they consider that as healthy. They consider that as healthy, right? No, you're putting more problem. Your liver is processing that.
A whole lot more. It's working overtime.
Your liver is working crap low amount to get rid of that. At least, you know, my liver has only had to filter some nicotine out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And my liver enjoys all the food out there. And when I die, I'm like, yeah, I'm so glad I eat that T-bone steak before I die, bitch. I'm going to choke on a steak and I'll be die happy, you know? Not like I had a tube through down my throat. I that's how I'm going to die. No.
Yeah, that would suck.
No. You know, you really should enjoy your life while you can.
Yeah, because it's short. It's short, man.
Yeah, because you can be perfectly healthy, never smoke a single cigar or single cigarette in your life and get lung cancer.
Yeah, and
in fact, if you live in China, I'll be surprised you don't get lung cancer.
Because the air is so good there.
Oh yeah, it smells great.
It's purified.
And the smoke the smog there smells great. It smells like everything you can eat and then some.
And then mutant Ninja Turtle coming out.
Right. At night, when you go to the bathroom, you don't have to turn on the light because the pee will glow in the dark.
You glowing, boy.
Right? You live in certain places, the air, like I almost can say this. I can almost say this, okay? The air that you're smoking from a cigar is probably cleaner than the air in China.
Oh, that's scary. That is so scary to think about.
I mean, if you think about it, even New York had like a fucking smoggy air because Canada was on fire.
Yeah, the whole Canada thing.
And you can barely see the sky. You can barely see the sky.
Yeah, right? I didn't notice that happen at all.
So imagine this: that the law of diffusion is things that are concentrated will move towards the things that are not concentrated. So it was all those smoke is sprayed across the sky, and you still cannot see through it. You see how concentrated that is?
Mm-hmm.
At least when I smoke a cigar, when I blow out smoke, I can see through it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, man. So some might puff be dense.
Well, it's dense, sure, but in half a second, it's gone.
Oh yeah, it's gone. Yeah.
Right.
But think about
but those smog that's moving in the air, you can actually see them stay there.
Yeah, how much smoke there is for it to just stay there.
It's the only time that I get it stay there is actually when it's like humid and no wind. And the smoke just condense where I am. I'm like, what the? Yeah.
Well, that's different. The smoke is trying to get around those water molecule in the air.
Yeah.
You know, it's getting stop. You know, stop sign. But it's kind of different, right?
Stop sign.
So yeah, stop sign. It's like, hey, here's water. Don't get gas and water. Don't mix. Get the hell out of here. You know. So yeah, it's you know, sometimes it gets me a little bit upset when somebody says, hey, don't do this, you're gonna die. Don't do that, you're gonna die. And when I think about it in a scientific point of view, it's like you're doing everything that's trying to kill you.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, why do we get curbside so much just to do a hobby that we like, right? It's not like we go out there, we be like, here, everybody smoke this, smoke that, do this, do this. You know, we don't tell them to do anything. They don't understand that part, right?
Everybody's going to have a problem.
We don't tell them to stop doing anything.
Yeah, everybody's going to have a problem with what you're doing because it affects their routines.
What do you mean? What am I affecting? That you watching me on the screen? What am I affecting? Right.
And okay, all right. There's one thing we have to agree though. If they are near us, they're taking secondhand smoke. That is going to.
Oh yeah,
true.
That's going straight up. Yep.
Right. So they are taking some secondhand smoking. But so is when you walk into a nice taco joint.
Oh
smell
yeah.
Food, man. Smell food, bro.
All those smoke is going to your lung. Where do you think it's going?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you go to a barbecue joint, those smoke, even if you're just walking by, if you can smell the good smell, there's a smoke in there.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
there's not the smoke, there's oil, there's grease.
To them, in a mental state, is a smell of food, so it doesn't freaking hit that with them.
It's not bad. Because
it's not bad because you got the smell of food and it's good, and it's like, oh, it's not bad, but I'm gonna sniff it all in.
Well, I mean, I could say the same thing if I go into a cigar lounge. Oh, it fucking smells great in here.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like I used to work in a Chinese restaurant as a chef, and every chef in there will smoke a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
Not one person will complain. You know why? Because if you complain to them about smoking a cigarette, they'll be like, you know, I just stand right next to them frying all this shit, and you see those smoke coming out, it's going to my lung. This thing helped me wash it off.
Let me do my thing. Let me do my chef thing, okay?
Because you gotta smell all those oil, grease, and smoke all day. Like when you're burning something, when you're cooking some, I don't know, mapo tofu, that spicy smoke coming up.
Yeah,
it's all smoke.
The Asian chef, they don't care, man. They have a cigarette right in the ear, take it out, put it under the wok. They're like, oh, here you go, light this shit while they cook that shit.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anybody think that there's no smoking in the Chinese restaurant? Oh, you're absolutely wrong. That's why
you are so wrong. You are so wrong, boy.
Yeah, we're definitely smoking in the kitchen, but like that smoke is easier to get through than the smoke that's coming out when you try to fry something into the hot oil.
Yeah, just imagine you in a small condensed area in like constantly wok going off and like smoke, steam, all that. Oh my god.
What I can't handle though is nowadays I see younger people working in the kitchen. They'll hide in the kitchen and vape.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they will hide in the kitchen just to take 2 puffs. Like, yeah, wait, you cannot wait? You gotta make all my Chinese food smell like fruity fruit?
Hey, man. You know?
Fruit roll up. You know, it's like, dude. No, like, my stir-fried Chinese green is gonna turn like stir-fried Chinese orange.
Extra flavor don't hurt, man. Come on.
And they don't even hide it. They just put their head inside the kitchen and puff, and they come right out.
They come back out.
The body's still outside. It's like, dude, really? Like, if you're gonna hide it, go inside and then do it and come out.
Might as well just stand right there and do it, man. What the heck? Like, literally, like, it makes no sense.
Right. It's just steam, right? It's just steam. So, but yeah, it makes the whole entire area smells like fruit. And you're like, did somebody took a really big dump that you had to air freshen the place?
Right.
I can smell orange. Yeah, I can smell like fruit. Did somebody just took a really big dump? because somebody probably used like poopery or something like that. It smells great.
Oh shit.
Right? So I don't know. I mean, it's always got to be a stigma. I don't think that's got to change anytime soon. That
No.
smoker will be accepted ever. It's really weird because over time things are being accepted, right?
Like
I
fucking
think there's
Trans
is getting
shit.
accepted everywhere, and we can't get accepted for smoking goddamn cigar. These little
Right.
faggots running around, getting out of the closet and shit. Get the fuck out of here with your rainbow bullshit.
I have no problem. I have no problem with that. I mean, they can do whatever they want, right?
Yeah, don't criticize me then.
But don't tell me I have to follow
Join
it.
you,
Conform
celebrate your
to
goddamn
your
day
shit.
for being gay. Get the fuck out of here.
But that's like totally off subject. That's totally off subject.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I go
calm
down.
down.
I go
Calm
down.
down.
So Tran, tell me how you really feel.
Trey, are you coming out of the closet
The
or
thing is,
something? I
like-
can feel it.
Like Tony said, I'm fine with it, but I hate it when shit forced on me like that.
Right.
Right.
I'm fine with it. Like you want to do whatever you
Don't
want, go do it.
Fucking tell my kids it's okay to cut off your fucking dick when you're 2.
That's another day subject. We're pretty sure we will get there. We're pretty sure we'll get there.
We will
right?
get there, and I can't wait.
But like I'm saying, like alcohol at one time was not accepted. There's a huge thing about alcoholic for one time, right?
Oh yeah.
And then like marijuana. Now it's if you
It's
just
a
smell
normal
it.
thing,
Nobody
yeah.
ever tells somebody to smoke marijuana
Yeah.
to walk away.
It's like
I've
dude,
never seen that.
they're like, oh, don't smoke cigarettes, don't smoke cigars, go smoke some fucking weed. I was like, so you like to be slow as fuck the whole entire day and be non-productive and just sit there, look at your TV, look at YouTube, or playing game all fucking day and don't go to work. And you're like, why the fuck am I failing in everything in life? You know what I'm saying?
The thing is that I've never seen anybody tell somebody not to smoke weed on the street.
No. They're like, oh, I smoke weed, and that's it.
Yeah, that's like the first thing, right? You walk
Yeah,
around like,
right.
oh, wait, I smell weed.
I smell weed.
Right?
That's a-
But you
I-
never go there and say, hey, don't smoke weed, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Your lungs gonna shrivel.
For some reason, they think weed is healthy.
It's a vegetable.
We will treat it. It's still vegan.
Yes,
Still
it's
ve-
still vegan, but
Actually, I don't know what they're wrapping whether or not it's vegan. I think they are made out of some sort of special kind of thing.
they
but
are.
They're still vegetable.
chemically
But
made. But the thing, weed, right? So it wasn't it was criticized really hard. Now it's getting accepted.
right. But why isn't cigar not, right? It's still putting, like, in fact, weed, you go to your lung for a long
That's
time.
what
You
I'm saying,
hold it
like,
there.
You telling me weed not going to give you lung cancer?
Yeah, I can see
Well,
it.
you can get lung cancer, but with the weed, you're not going to know. You won't feel the pain.
Fucking numb as fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not gonna know you're sick. In fact, if
Yeah.
you're sick, you get
You're
a
sick, you
prescription, you get more.
Yeah, you get more. And you're like,
Oh
oh,
my
I don't
God.
feel it no more.
And be like the doctor, be like, "I'm sorry, sir, you have lung cancer." Oh, dude, I can't feel it. Does that mean
Can I get more
Does
now?
that mean I get more weed?
Jesus shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They criticize us for that, but when it comes to them, it's like, oh, it's okay because it get you high. It's like, come on.
And they will tell you getting high never kill nobody, which
Yeah,
is true.
That's
It's
true.
True. I don't see nobody die, but the thing is, like, bro, don't be like fucking cigar give you cancer, this, cancer, that, but you think your weed doesn't?
But here's the thing: does weed bother you if you're smoking cigar? Somebody smoking weed
Yes.
right to you?
Yes.
Yes, that thing's
Because
strong,
that,
boy.
That
Yeah.
thing's strong, right?
Yeah.
It covers every smell. It
They
covers
cover everything, man.
like you can go to a New York hobo right next to a pile of pee. If he's smoking a weed, you're not gonna smell any of that.
Yeah, you just smell weed. That's how strong it is.
It's crazy. I mean, it bothers me. Like, when I'm walking New York, I'm trying to go to cigar lounge. Before I walk in, I smell weed. I was like, oh, fuck, that's gonna be bad.
Dude, the thing is, like, when you smell weed, it's far away too. It's not like close. It's like far.
Oh, yeah, the entire block is gonna smell like weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when one person smoke weed in the hotel, the entire
the
hotel,
whole entire
including
time.
the elevator, entire elevator, doesn't matter what floor, you're gonna smell it.
Smell so
Yep.
bad.
That's true.
And what's really funny is you can go to the front desk and complain, and they're like, I don't smell anything.
Like, are you fucking retarded? What's wrong with your
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
sense? Like,
It's
you have no
wait,
sense in your
you have a-
nose.
did you get COVID?
Like, what?
Did you
the
not
fuck
smell
happened?
shit?
Like, You
Yeah, I was so.
remove? Like,
And then the hotel was like, okay, if you know who is smoking it, we'll go try to stop them. I was like, all right. So you know the entire floor smells like weed. You don't want to go look for who that is. You want me to do your job to find out who that is. What I look like, sniff dogs?
Right.
Do I look like a K9 unit? Do I have a leash on me?
My girl, she can't. Her smell of scents is kind of fucked up. She usually don't smell anything, except for she smells cigar and she smell a whole. She could sniff weed right off the bat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, weed you can totally smell it. I don't know.
Very pungent.
I mean, if you want to get high in the public area, shouldn't you just go with edibles so it doesn't smell like anything?
edible would be nice.
I guess,
right?
yeah.
It's like a body high kind of
well,
thing.
but that's the thing. The edible is more likely to kill you than not because you can OD on those.
Oh yeah,
They're so concentrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so
500
concentrated.
milligram boy.
Yeah, it's like an average weed per puff is like what 1 milligram, and all of a sudden you go to 500 milligrams.
500?
Like,
oh god,
and you don't even know when you eat it. It's like, oh, this thing doesn't have anything, and you take another bite. This thing doesn't have anything.
Imagine taking 500 milligram, sit in a freaking bathtub that's fucking floating, bro. You see all the universe, all this shit, all the star that just coming at you.
I mean, that's psychedelics, dude.
Yeah, but how is that fun?
I don't know.
How is that fun?
It's not fun. Tell the truth,
Right?
you know, I used to do it, but tell the truth, it's the shittiest feeling to think about it now. It's just that's why I say, like, I know how it feels to be high because I did it before, and it really make you very unproductive. It make you lazy, and you never get shit done because you know what you do that when you're high. You say you're gonna get shit done, but nothing ever get done.
And you
But no, that a song? You didn't do anything because you got high?
Yeah.
Shit, you say you're gonna do shit. Oh, you think you're gonna do this and that. After you fucking hit that the whole blunt, you be like, oh, I'm gonna go jerk off now.
Or go to sleep. Yeah. Or go eat. One of those.
Yeah. Now people knows the other side of Eric. He just doesn't do anything and go jerk off.
Yep.
Yep. Totally. Wow. Yeah, I think this is a good topic to ask other, future guests about how they deal with a situation like that, because everybody have a different way to deal with it. I think majority of us will do it in the very polite ways. It's like, okay, all right, thanks for noticing. All right, bye, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I wonder if there's any guest who's gonna say, oh yeah, the last person who told me about this lost a teeth. That would be funny.
That'd be
That
funny.
would be funny.
Yeah, that would be a very interesting conversation to have. So
I feel like Hashi gonna whoop somebody's ass.
I know, honestly, I think Hashi will be somebody that walks away.
Oh really?
Yeah, he'll be like, okay,
Yeah,
sorry about
I'm
that,
sorry.
and walk away.
And walk away. Yeah, that's just how Hashi is.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think
Nothing
he will
wrong
be
with
like
that.
that and be very
But-
courteous. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I know.
Yeah. We just had to find some extreme, like something like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hey, you can smoke here. You get help, sucker punch the guy. Bitch.
Bitch, I'm bossy.
Fucking
I
Mike
do what I
Tyson.
want.
Yep.
I don't want to want. All right,
I do what I
I'm
want.
Arnold.
I'm bossy.
Right? It'll be something like that. With I don't know, Jason Statham or something like that.
Yep.
He would. Yeah, he's like, what do you think you are? Punching him in the face, kick him in the balls, and go, like, yeah, that's what I thought, bitch.
Mhm.
Something like that. All right. So yeah, I think that will be it for our conversation tonight. As 1 hour, so we'll cut off here, but we'll definitely have more conversation about this when we have, I guess, other people to input. I want to know other people's story about that kind of stuff too, because everybody has at one time faced that problem.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that will be our regular question to ask every single guest.
Yep.
What you do when somebody tell you you're gonna die when you smoke?
And what's your
Something
most
like
hated
that.
cigar?
What's your most hated cigar? What's
can tell you
what's your
mine
most
right
hated
now.
cigar? What's your most hated cigar, Martin? What is it?
What is it?
The fucking Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, that fucking
Oh,
star.
really?
Yeah.
Stillwell?
The Stillwell star, that shit was fucking disgusting, dude.
Tony, you gotta smoke that, man.
It was fucking
I
disgusting.
will. Well, I smoked it before, so I will.
Yeah.
Again, I just had to get my mind in the right place. It's like, are you ready to smoke a bad cigar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
So-
All
not
right.
that bad.
So if you guys
Now, a
haven't,
lot of people.
I was gonna just
lot of
plug my
people-
show real
No,
quick.
Don't plug your show here now. When a lot of people like that cigar because you represent Texas and you had a Lone Star and all that stuff.
Fuck no.
But not necessarily because that cigar is good, So I don't know.
I didn't even know that was it. I just kind of like it.
All right. Okay, before we go, Martin, you want to plug? You can plug.
Yeah, so I just started talking about that shit cigar. If you guys are not already following me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Martina Maya, Once Famous, same hashtag pretty much all throughout. And you'll see the review because I'll be posting about it all over social media.
All right. Yeah, Eric and I don't have to advertise that because...
we're already famous.
All right. That's it for tonight. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.
All right, see you
later, guys.
You've been listening to the In the Shadows podcast. There's nothing like a fine cigar, and that's our passion. And on the show, we'll talk about everything and anything cigars. And you know what happens when you get a bunch of guys together smoking cigars. The conversations go on. And that is what this show is all about. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. Remember, everything you need is on YouTube at Soy Sauce Assassin. The live show is every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And get cigar reviews. Wishing you long ashes. We'll see you next time on In the Shadows podcast.